Hello. Today, I got the opportunity to interview a very special person. Recently, he got Padmashri Award. He's a more ancient Indian than Indians. He's from Brazil, but he lives an ancient Indian Vedic life. He's none other than Swamiji Acharya Jonas Masetti. Please enjoy our divine conversation.
आचार्य योनस मजेठी अध्यात्म।
Namo Namah Swamiji, thank you so much for accepting my interview. I felt really honored as if I am doing something to ancient India and ancient wisdom. Swamiji, first of all, congratulations on receiving Padma Award. It's really an honor for ancient Indians and everyone who are studying ancient texts of ancient India and Vedas. And it's an honor, Swamiji, to have you here.
Thank you very much to invite me. And I would request if I can chant a mantra before we start,
Sure,
if possible.
of course.
Shri Namaha Harihi Om Sadashiva Samarambha Shankaracharya Madhyamam Asmadacharya Paryantam Vande Guru Parampara Shri Jagan Mataram Devim Stitadi Padmakasanam Hridaya Sagaratitam Gomatim Pranatosmyaham. Oh.
Swamiji, how did your journey first started? I mean, how did you know about Vedas and ancient India in your life? How did that happen?
Well, there was a moment in my life that I had conquered everything that society told me to do. I had a job, I had a family, I had a car, I was living in a rented apartment, I have a relationship. I had been 5 years in the army, more than 20 years studying to become a mechanical engineer, and now I was in the stock market with a company, hundreds of employees, and I was like a made man, you know. At the same time, I was looking around me and I was feeling empty somehow, you know, as if everything that I have conquered, although has given me a lot of benefits and comfort in life, was not able to really fulfill my lack as a human being, my need to understand who I am. And I was living in some sort of emptiness, as if, you know, I had all the money in the world, but at the same time, I was not happy as such. So this moment led me like to a profound moment of connection that happened one day in my porch. I went and looked to the skies and I did a prayer, saying, look, I did everything that I was supposed to do and life is still empty. So if there is anything else that I can do, you know, please send some help, you know. And on the next day morning, I did not tell this to anyone, and I feel like telling to you, you know. And the next day morning, I woke up with this desire to become, to learn yoga and to connect to this tradition. And I looked I tried to find the best authentic place that were available in Rio de Janeiro. And I found one very important person in my life, Santosh Valuri, who was my first yoga and Vedanta teacher.
Wow. Amazing. Wow. It's quite amazing and profound way that you started as as a complete man, but you realize that there is something that you need to achieve even more. You have to conquer yourself, and that's amazing, Swamiji, because having wealth and having so much, but some don't even realize what self-knowledge is, what conquering oneself means, or even they don't care about Vedas, even if they have everything. But you found that inner happiness is everything, and that's really inspired me so much. And uh, then, after studying Vedas, what changes you saw in yourself after studying all
Mhm.
these years? So, did you notice any significant change in your mind and in your life?
Well, by that time, I was not sensible enough. But after some years, when I looked back, I just saw things that were like only karma explainable, Like the first time I met this first teacher, something changed in my karma in my mind. And instantly I became a vegetarian. I have never been vegetarian my whole life. I'm Brazilian here, people eat meat. But that day onwards, I did not have any wish to eat meat anymore. Also, after some maybe 6 months, I was starting my day with puja and mantras. Although I did not know how to do it, but I was lighting a lamp and doing some shlokas, simple shlokas that I have learned. So I felt like if it was an awakening that happened in that moment of my life and started a new section of my life. And slowly, the knowledge of Vedanta, that's very transformative, was coming in and cleaning my life. So it cleansed my relationships, cleansed my values. So it was a process that took some years, at least like 2, 3 years, until I can say I was now, let's say, a good human being.
Wow, wow, that's really amazing. It's hard to change some habits in life, but I saw the resilience that you have, that you change your life for good, for more. It's more than good. It's divine. It's beautiful. So, if you say to someone who is non-Vedic, and how do you introduce Vedas to a person who is really unknown to them? What did you say
This
to
is a
them?
good This is a good question because in Brazil, people not like in India, they study because the culture tells them that this is valuable. So here we present to them the fundamental problem that a human being have. That is, they are looking for happiness, and happiness is always some step ahead. They are always looking to some way to transform the world around them to be happy. And then when we show them that this is not happening, it's not even possible to think about it, then it becomes clear that there is a problem that is inside and it's actually traveling with the person to wherever it goes. Like the person is on the first relationship, it's not going well. When you go to the second one, the same problems of the first appear on the second. So maybe, this is not an external problem. It's inside of you. And then you need some tool to solve this, some pramana, and then we present Vedanta as a pramana to solve this ignorance and inner problems that the person carries.
It's beautiful. So, how did they receive? I mean, when you new students come to you, and as you established an institute, Vishwavidya, that's a really
Mhm.
amazing, great work. So, how did you approach to those new students who are very new and they don't know anything about Vedas? So, what will be their reaction after your classes?
Well, I first tell them that we are not like building a religion or a spiritual group. Actually, we are get in touch with Vedanta so that we can be released from all this doctrination that is done in the West. And I ask them a token of trust just for one class. Listen to one class and see if it makes sense for you. And if it makes sense, come on the next one.
Wow,
And like this, people stay studying for 10 years, because
wow.
this is a very profound and complete, how I say, path.
My God. That's really a great approach, Swamiji, to first introduce and give some taste to them. Then, if they know it, they will definitely won't leave that. They will definitely come back and stay. That's beautiful. That's beautiful. So, uh, is there any sloka or mantra that resonates with you every day since these years?
Well, there are many mantras that we do every day, you know. There's one particular mantra that is in praise of Lord Dakshinamurti that
Wow.
says like this: Om Namo Bhagavate Dakshinamurtaye Bahyam Shriyam Medham Prajnam Pracha Swaha. You know? And it's a very beautiful mantra because it contains inside of it, first, the reverence to the creator in the form of the guru. So it strengthens this understanding that it does not matter how much knowledge, spiritual knowledge is there in the world. If you don't have a guru, you don't have anything because you need somebody that does this bridge, you know. So I think this is the first aspect of this mantra. And also the mantra asks for Shriyam, Medham, and Jnanam. So Shriyam, because we need spiritual, material prosperity to be able to operate in the world. Medham, that's connected to the qualification of the mind, because it's not just a matter of receiving knowledge. We need to have a mind able to grasp the knowledge and live the knowledge. And we ask for the knowledge itself, that is the ultimate treasure of life.
Wow, that's really amazing. Yes, truly. And if I ask you the core of Vedas, what humanity should know about Vedas? What's the core message of Vedas?
The core message, it is twofold in my vision, you know. First, that we can say like this, that Vijnana Bahyaha Jnana Masti. There is knowledge that is not brought through science. Science is a way of getting knowledge through inference, experiment, and all that. But for a human being, there is also another source of knowledge. And on this other way, you know, we have to go to some sort of inner purification so that this knowledge becomes available, and it's available from inside. It's just a metaphorical way of saying, because it's not inside or outside. It's just available in the Hiranyagarbha, the Samashti Sukshma Shariram, the total mind of the world, you know. And once we accept that it's possible to receive knowledge from another source, then we start to understand astrology, because astrology is there, thousands of years working, and there is no scientific way of finding it. You know, you can prove that some concepts are correct, but you cannot understand how it came. You can understand Ayurveda, you can understand the yoga, and you can understand also that for the base problem that a human being carry, that is finding happiness, you need an external source of knowledge. So the Vedas come available for that. So let's say this Shraddha is created and the person is open to receive the knowledge of Vedanta. And then the message of the Vedas will be twofold. Again, first, learn how spirituality can help you to have a better life. And second, understand that this happiness that you're looking for is actually the nature of yourself. It's your nature. It's not something that you're going to achieve through objects or experiences. So this is the message of the Vedas.
Wow, beautifully said, Swamiji. It's beautiful, clear, and yet very deep. It's very divine. Spiritual knowledge has been one of my core strengths since my childhood, as I'm a visually challenged person. But even my brother, his name is Vishwanath. He's also an author, and he's a Filipino.
Oh,
So yeah, so he's also
so nice.
spirituality. So we read Upanishads. Actually, we don't know how to speak in Sanskrit, but still we can understand. So it really, ancient India gave us strength and the truth of Brahma. And also, I have been reading Kena Upanishad recently. It's been one of my favorite Upanishads because it answers the question who created, has who is God and who is in everything. Kena. So that really resonated with me these days. So when I saw the style that you are teaching to your students, it's beautiful that you are teaching them to understand. Even in this modern world, people will think, maybe what should I do if I learn ancient wisdom? It's about thousands of years back, but it's wrong. It's useful in every era, in every world, because we still have to conquer our emotions. We still have to conquer our thoughts, and we have to find that real happiness within. So it's very relevant even nowadays. Even some people ask me, what's Hinduism to you? And I say that it's way of life, because Hinduism, I see it, it's not like a religious thing, because when we wake up, we brush our teeth and take shower. It's like that. It's purification of the soul, purification of the mind, and accepting that the real identity of who we are really. So I say that to them. So when I really saw that you're enlightening so many students there, and I was really inspired, Swamiji, and that's really amazing.
Very nice for telling this.
Thank you.
I also have one thing to add. You know, like you take Ken Upanishad. Keneshitam patati preshitam manaha. So beautiful. No? It has not only swara depths and many things inside, but I have to highlight a point that's very important, is that there is a moment that if you want to go further in all the knowledge of the Vedas, you need to be connected to a guru. An acharya is very important. And this, like for the Indian society, we have to tell, because all things are available and people are reading and doing and understanding, but you need the acharya to be able to receive like the hidden knowledge, man. So I would like to leave this message also for all your listeners.
Exactly. So I'm going to ask this question actually. What's the importance of Guru-Shishya Parampara in Vedic culture since ancient India?
Everything is established by the Guru-Shishya Parampara. Why? Because there is one aspect of knowledge that it's, how I say, materially available. Like there is the mantra from Ken Upanishad, there is the words in Sanskrit and all that. But at the same time, the person that is interpreting whatever he's reading about the Vedas is ignorant. So if I'm ignorant and I have to interpret a text that is very deep, it will be always interpreted with ignorance. So I need to have somebody that already has gone through the process to be able to show me the way. You can think like this, but is it possible to do it by yourself? Maybe it's possible. I have not done, but maybe it's possible, but it's not intelligent. Like you can go walking from Brazil to India. It's not intelligent. You can take an airplane, you know? So once we understand that, you know, we start to see that without the Guru-Shishya Parampara, the depths of knowledge cannot be reached, you know. And the second thing is because many things are not written, they are lived. Exactly. And there is no, it's like a way also for a person to be humble, you know, because if you want to learn Tantra, you need a tantric master. If you want to learn Ayurveda, you need an Ayurveda teacher. So the point is, nobody can really own the knowledge. You can only surrender to it and receive from somebody else.
It's beautiful. Yes, having a guru is really, yes. Even all the Vedas came down like that. Like it's amazing. And another aspect of ancient Indian thing surprises me. I heard about it, Brahmara Ketaka Nyayam. So how the Brahmara makes another creature as a bumblebee. That's a beautiful, I mean, it's a beautiful praise to say that a guru can change a student like him. So that's really a beautiful metaphor. Yeah. So I remember.
Yes, because through the guru, there is a very strong spiritual energy that's being channeled. So once you get in the chain, you know, you receive all the benefits of the energy that's living on your guru. Completely correct.
So, after you came here, what difficulties you faced in the early days of learning Sanskrit and memorizing Vedas? What difficulties you mostly faced?
Hmm. I think the first one is like the cultural difference, because we in Brazil are used to a certain way of relating and exchanging with people. Brazilians are very, how I say, laughing, hugging. That's the way this country is. And so when we go to another place, sometimes we could be mistaken as if we are not serious person because we're always smiling and laughing all the time. But actually, it's the Brazilian way of being. And of course, we have to adapt because we are in another culture. So we have to understand how to express love and care on this new protocol. So this was one first thing. The second thing, I thought it would be difficult for me, but actually it was just the opposite because the Indian food is completely different than Brazilian food. And I thought it would be very difficult, but actually I adapted so fast that now in Brazil, I'm wanting like waiting the time that I can have an Indian meal. So this was not an obstacle at all. Man. And I think the third is more a personal thing. It's because when you go to a Gurukulam and live, how I say, a Antarshishya life, where you are in reclusion and all that, you have to face all your shadows and things that are inside. They have to come out to be purified. And I had no idea about it. I was just going for Vedanta, and then suddenly I was in a, let's say, a therapeutic spiritual process, and that was a big blessing, actually.
Wow, wow. You beautifully conquered all those the cultural differences. That's beautiful, family. So before ending the interview, what's your message for those young minds? I mean, whoever that's willing to, I mean, start learning Vedas or maybe starting to learn the Upanishads. What's your message to them?
Yeah, especially for the Indians and the Indian youth. Now, what I have to say is that first, you have everything that you need. Like in Bharata, you have all the acharyas, all the paramparams, all the temples. Everything is ready for you. And sometimes when everything is ready, we don't value it. We need somebody else, maybe like me, that comes from the West to be able to say, man, you are losing a great opportunity. Like it would make a difference in your life, in your family, in your work, in everything. And it's not about, second point, it's not about a knowledge that you're going to get and there is no use, because it could be something that you just learn and then you keep that to talk with other friends that are interested in that. It's something that will change your life. It will change your behavior. Knowledge is the key to change the behaviors, the habits, and the way of thinking. That's, after all, what determines if you are going to suffer in life or if you're going to have a happy life. So it's a very useful tool. And the third point uh, for the Indian audience is that don't also, how I say, boost yourself that because you are Indian, you already know.
Exactly.
And that's not true.
Well said.
And I've talked to many people that say, oh, I have read the Gita 3 times. I had this the Upanishad, this and that. But do you have a guru? Are you really studying? Are you really in the process? Because it's not about reading, it's about understanding,
Exactly.
and it's about going through a process that needs a parampara and needs a commitment. And it's not going to happen if you just wake up in the morning, eat 10 idlis, then go to work, shout with your wife and husband, then do this, do that, and then in the end of the day, you simply, read your Bhagavad Gita. It's not going to work. It's a process that has to be whole. And you need an environment for that. You need guidance. So if you are Indian and you have already contact with all this, don't think you know. Look for your teacher and learn properly.
Exactly. That's a great message from you. Yes, like reading it is another thing, understanding the real meaning is another thing, and also realizing it is another thing. So a guru is a must. Yes, true. Even we Indians and all use it to, I mean, see knowledge on streets. I really say that. Even we find Upanishad books everywhere. We find Bhagavad Gita everywhere. So even everyone are like, they started really not giving that much importance, and they are even being some alter ego that, yeah, I know everything, I know it all, like that. But they have to really know. Thank you, Swamiji. Thank you so much. And it made my day, and really, I felt like I did something great to the ancient knowledge and ancient Indian Vedas. I'm really honored to have you. Thank you. Thank you so much, Swamiji.
Thank you very much, and congratulations for your work of spreading this knowledge. It's very important for everybody.
Thank you, Swamiji. And I hope I can meet you someday and take your blessings.
Sure. In October, I plan to be back in India. I'll be there
Oh,
for
that's
3 months.
That's
Yeah,
great.
so
I look forward to it.
we are, yes, and if you can help us to organize these events and let people know, it would be very nice.
I'll surely do my part. Thank you
Thank
so
you.
much. Thank you. Have a great day,
Bye
Swamiji.
bye.